He's as familiar as the face on the dollar bill. George Washington. War hero, president, the father of his country. Most everyone knows this great man, or thinks they do. But we're continuing to learn that much of what we thought is fact is actually fiction.
People made up things about George. During his lifetime, after his lifetime, there's an industry in falsifying George.
Take one common misconception, that Washington's a man born into privilege, only reluctantly accepting the greatness thrust upon him. In reality, he starts out neither wealthy nor modest, but as an ambitious youth, faced with tragedies he must struggle to overcome. Washington's correspondence hints that a fire struck his childhood home on Christmas Eve, 1740, destroying much of the living quarters. He's only 8 years old, and life has already dealt him a severe blow. But his path to success is soon blocked by a greater obstacle: the death of his father.
George is devastated by his father's death. Without that man to guide him, Washington was simply another child, kind of adrift in the world. He depended on his father for his financial stability. There's no longer any hope that he can go to England to get the kind of education that many people of his standing in society would expect.
His life as a farmer is often painted in idyllic terms. But in reality, Washington faces a fierce struggle to free himself from rising debt.
Through his 30s and 40s, he was in debt a great deal. The tobacco industry was manipulated, controlled by London merchants, and he spent much of his life trying to escape from being indebted.
Luckily, he sees a way out of this tobacco trap by switching to wheat, experimenting with fertilizers, crop rotation, and other new farming techniques. Washington saves his family from crushing debt. George Washington's face is plastered everywhere, from the dollar bill to used car ads. Yet these depictions are highly romanticized. His true appearance has remained a mystery until now. Modern technology is finally exploring what he looked like in life, and even the details surrounding his death. Washington's most well-known physical trait is his false teeth. Despite his best efforts, he loses all but one tooth by the time he's sworn in as president. His famous wooden teeth are the stuff of legend. But contrary to popular belief, they aren't made of wood at all. He has several dentures constructed from ivory, cow, and even human teeth.
Washington bought some teeth from his slaves. It is a grisly fact that he did this. It kind of gives you an image of slavery that we don't think about.
After his death, the realities of Washington's life become obscured by folklore. Legend replaces fact, and countless biographers seek to romanticize his life and personality. But in canonizing Washington, many believe they do disservice to the man behind the myth.